What up with you guys? You know who it is. It's your boy John Mike back again. And today I want to give you a really dope quick trick on how you should go about replacing toms. A good way to do it, so to speak. Now, the best way to do it, of course, is to grab Yash's Drum Warehouse. Link is down in the description. Shameless plug. But I'm going to show you a really cool way to replace toms if you can do this. If not, then you're gonna have to use more extreme measures, but this is a really dope way to do it. So let me show you this real quick. Okay, so I'm working on mixing these drums here, and one of the issues I'm having with this floor tom mic is that there is a cymbal bleeding into the drum mic. So whenever the drums are played, this is kind of the stuff that I get. So you hear that tat tat. Let's listen to it. Let me just solo just the floor tom here, right here. So you hear he's hitting the cat, right? Cat. He's hitting the cymbal and the snare at the same time, but it's bleeding into the floor tom. The issue with gating it, yes, you could gate it, but the issue with gating it is it can, I've tried that doesn't work. I'm going to show you a dope way to replace the tom where it sounds more natural, because sometimes if you bring in a sample from another place, it doesn't always match the toning and the tuning of the floor tom or the particular tom that you're trying to do. You can go and do some work, but here's a really dope way that I solve these type problems when I'm working. So I found this little clip right here, just the tom where it's clean, right? And then what you're gonna want to do is of course export that out. Now I'm in Pro Tools. There's different ways you can export that out. I already put the fade on it. I already cut it and cleaned it the way that I wanted it, so it sounds clean. And so what you can do is, when in Pro Tools here, there's a little thing here that shows the clip, and I can actually click on it, right click, and then just hit export clips as files, and I can export that. So after you've exported it, what you're going to want to do is duplicate this track completely, and you can do that whatever DAWN. I'm not going to duplicate it. I've actually already duplicated it, so I'm not going to duplicate it again, but duplicate that track, right? Throw trigger in on that particular track, and then you're going to import that floor tom that you exported in, right, into your trigger folder, and then bring it in here. So now you can see it in there. And what I'm going to do now is go to the offending parts. And as you can see, I've already kind of done some of this work. And what I've done is done some kind of cutting cut, copy, and pasting. Well, not really pasting, but just cutting the toms up into the offending places where I was really hearing that cymbal bleed into the tom mic. And I've just cut it out from the main track, and then brought in the sampled tom here in the front place. So it ends up sounding like this by itself solo. Because trigger is triggering it. It's triggering those transients. Right? So it sounds a little funky by itself, right? But when you bring it into the context of the actual drums, this is what you end up with. So you see what I'm saying? Versus, so let's bring it in context again so you can kind of see what's going on here. So versus this, so if I turn off the trigger, bring in this, I just want to bring in this one section back in again and listen to it again. Listen to the drums. See, that bleeds in, so you can hear it there. But now, bringing that back and bringing this back in. Now let's listen. So that's a great way to replace your tom tracks or snare tracks or any tracks like that where you got a real offending kind of bleed that you want to get rid of, because those little things show up in the track and you're listening. Because when I was listening, I can't play because the song is not out yet. I cannot play the full audio of it. But when I was mixing it, when that snare and that cymbal was hitting on that part with the toms, it was just horrible. It sounded like a clap stack. That's what it sounded like in the, but I knew that's what it was. It wasn't it was bleed coming from the tom. So it just sounded weird when, you know, the full context of the track. So I had to go in and do these little things to clean up. Now, if you don't have, you can't find a clean hit of the tom, then you're gonna have to do something a little bit more extreme and maybe replace the tom altogether. And when you do that, a lot of times you have to replace all of the toms to get some consistency. You have to replace them with using something like Yash Drum Warehouse, shameless plug again. You would have to replace all of the toms to get consistency across them all. Otherwise, you're gonna hear a do 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 do. Something's just totally different, right? So this is a quick fix that you can do, and hopefully this video helped you. Hopefully it gave you some insight and some things that you can do to help make you some better mixes. Check out all of the links in the description. They help the channel out. You know, it helps all of the things that we do. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Hit the like button, the share button, drop a comment down below. Let me know if this helps you. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. I'm out. Holla at your boy.